More guards over there. Can I open this gate?
As
I can.
neared the stronghold's inner sanctum, a strange sensation crept over me. An indescribable feeling of displacement, a sense of vertigo, as reality itself appeared to warp and bend around me. The disturbance seemed to emanate from the sanctuary's furthest chapel. As I cautiously approached, the sense of dislocation intensified with each step. So this was the tomb of the beloved King William the Just, beatified here as the martyr and catalyst of Moebius's crusade. I was reminded of Kain's journey as a fledgling vampire, how Moebius coerced him to travel back in history and assassinate William, thus igniting a genocidal hatred of vampires among the citizens of Nosgoth. And here I discovered the source of the displacement. The Soul Reaver itself, laid out like a holy relic, and broken, apparently in the battle between William and Kain. I had not thought such a thing was possible, until, of course, Kain shattered the blade against me when he tried to strike me down. Thus, the captive spirit inhabiting the Reaver was released, and binding itself to me, became my symbiotic weapon. And so the Reaver met its former self, still imprisoned in this corporeal shell. I watched, mesmerized, as the Wraith blade uncoiled itself and snaked down the length of the physical blade. Embracing its twin, its mirror self, the Reaver's long dormant spirit was now fully aroused. And for the first time, I felt the true presence of this other entity. Willful, ravenous, and deranged from thousands of years of imprisonment. The Reaver was now in command, and I, now merely its helpless host, felt my soul being leached to restore the blade. But the Reaver knew better than to destroy its host, and just as I neared the brink of oblivion, the blade released its hold on me. As I recovered, I realized we were now bound together in a fragile alliance. The Reaver no longer merely my symbiotic weapon, but a sentient parasite competing for control.
What have you done to me, Moebius? Is this your trap?
How mine? Don't forget it was Kain who led you here, not I. While you curse me, the only soul in Nosgoth ready to guide and assist you, Kain laughs at our folly and revels in your dismay.
These blades, now coiled in sinister embrace, have inspired terror in the hearts of creatures far more durable than you, old man. Bound together as they are, I can only imagine what they could do to your soul's fragile shell.
Raziel, I beg you to stay your hand. This was none of my doing. I have sought only to aid you in your righteous quest.
Why, you're trembling, Moebius. Has your confidence abandoned you? You seem to have made a fatal error by leaving your precious staff behind. Is that where all your courage comes from?
Listen to me, Raziel. You don't know what you're doing. I have taken an enormous risk by appearing here before you, so defenseless, yet eager to prove my good intentions. If there's anything left of the Sarafan in you, you won't do this. While you threaten me, your true enemy eludes you.
Don't concern yourself with Kain, old man. He'll join you in hell soon enough. As you said, death comes for us all.
Yes, the Wheel of Fate demands it.
What did you say?
The Wheel of Fate. The inexorable cycle of death and rebirth to which all men are compelled. We serve the same God, Raziel. To strike me down would be striking God's own attendant. And I don't believe even you would take that risk.
I tire of your games, Moebius. Now that I know you fear me, I needn't concern myself with you. Kain is waiting for me.
Go then, Raziel. Seek Kain out and destroy him, in the name of the one God we both serve. You, who were once a Sarafan priest, murdered, profaned, destroyed, and reborn again from his mercy. You are now most powerfully equipped to be his agent, his instrument of restoration and retribution.
My own vengeance is motivation enough.
By my soul, you almost had me, my little blue assassin. But that'll be the one and only chance you get. I assure you of that.
I could now summon the blade at will, regardless of my strength. But once summoned, the blade's ravenous appetite could not be contained. It devoured the souls of its victims, and if I allowed it to become over-aroused, the Reaver would now turn its hunger on me.
Oh, I just lost a ton of health. So how do I get the Reaver? Ah, action to activate. Will it drain my health?
So this was the legendary Janos Ordrin, reputed to have been the most ancient and diabolical vampire to have ever existed. According to folklore, he lived high in the cliffs of Nosgoth's northern mountains and preyed mercilessly on the defenseless villagers below. His reign of terror ended when the Sarafan finally hunted him down and tore his throbbing heart from his still-living body. This relic came to be known as the Heart of Darkness, and was supposedly imbued with the power to restore vampiric unlife. The Sarafan therefore guarded it carefully, lest the heart fall into the hands of their enemies. But I wondered, could Janos Ordrin truly have been as monstrous as depicted here? Or was this merely artistic license by the Sarafan, who sought to lionize themselves by demonizing their darkest enemy?
Janos Ordrin, that name sounds very familiar. Not sure if I heard about it in this game and I'm remembering this exact moment, or if it's the next one or something. Anyway, oh yeah, it drains health, so let's deactivate it. But yeah, it's cool that we can use the Soul Reaver at will now. By the way, I'm not sure if you noticed, but there appear to be some cut corners in the animation cuts, in the cutscenes during the characters' animations. For example, when the legs are covered, when you can see the legs of the characters, it's like they glide. Oh, there's a guard there. And when Moebius, in the previous cutscene, when Moebius was talking, but the camera was angled just to look at his profile, we couldn't see his mouth move. Surprise! Oh, there's a shortcut. Devour soul plus devour soul. Aha! Well, that's convenient. What's that meter that appeared on the right? Is that the Soul Reaver's arousal and excitement?
Strange how my history came full circle. This chapel, I realized, was a memorial to my former Sarafan brethren and myself. All of us martyred here, and then so cruelly profaned by Kain when he imposed his gift on our noble corpses. For the first time, I beheld the image of my Sarafan self, memorialized here among my fallen comrades. It tortured me to see how noble and pure I had been, And what a vile phantasm I had become. And a profound sense of injury, of loss and betrayal welled up in me, so overwhelming I could barely contain it. All I wanted at this moment was to find Kain and destroy him.
Oh, those guys just fell from the sky. Gets all of these. Nice. Okay, let's check out this stuff. So there's Zephon. We killed him. There's ourselves. There's Turel. I believe this one, we did not kill this one. Here is Rahab, we killed him. Melchiah, also killed him. And the final one should be Duma. Here we go. Duma, we also killed him. So we killed all of them except Turel, which does not appear in the first game. Oh wait, no, that's right, my health decreases while I'm on the material realm. So it's probably not the Soul Reaver's fault. Anything around here? No. How do we save the game exactly? That's something I'd rather know, or is it checkpoints? Hey, it's the exit.
I emerged, and for the first time beheld Nosgoth in its former glory. The land overflowed with abundant life and vitality. And I knew with certainty then that the world I had left behind was nothing more than the corpse of Nosgoth, a lifeless husk bled dry by the corruption of Kain's parasitic empire. This was the fragile world Kain sacrificed to preserve his own petty life and ambition, heedless of the profound cost. The sight only deepened my resolve. I sensed that the pillars lay to the northwest. If Kain truly waited to confront me there, I would not disappoint him.
Well, to the northwest we go then. Do we still have our power of swimming? Well, yes we do. Cool. Oh, this is actually pretty cool that we keep our previous powers. Continuity, I love it. There's a door here. Let's see, is this the same mechanic? No, I want to go back up. How do I... Aha!
I did not yet possess the means to unlock this barrier, but this enigmatic symbol was clearly the key.
Yeah, it's to exit to the water. It's the same deal as the previous game, just crouch jump. So we should also be able to climb walls and constrict things. Again, this is misplaced. The same thing happened in the previous game too, where this this hint appeared at only a certain point that we were supposed to go, but since I went another way, I didn't know how to exit the water, and that was annoying.
As I passed this arcane landmark, a wisp of the Reaver's energy was drawn to the ring, illuminating it. This created a beacon of sorts in the spirit world. If ever I found myself depleted in the spectral realm, and my soul tossed on the ethereal winds, these beacons would draw me back to safety and restore me.
Oh, is this the save point? That's cool, I guess. Yeah, so it is checkpoints then. And what is this? Feel like something I can set ablaze. So I guess the only way we can go is down here. This somewhat reminds me of the Drowned Abbey. Not sure if I am correct or not, but I don't think I am. The inside looked fairly different. But I guess that's what several hundred years in the past will do to a building. Why do I keep diving? I don't want to dive. I can't jump there. Really? It's a bit too... Maybe Spectral Realm, or maybe not. Maybe it's... The exit is on the opposite side. No, stop diving, Raziel. Just get out of here.
These ancient obelisks were mysteriously attuned to my spiritual essence. By simply touching the symbol, I could safely preserve an imprint of my soul, and thus create a milestone to which I could return when weary, and from which I could resume my journey.
No, these feel more like save points. Aha. Then what are the other ones? Are those just checkpoints? And this is manual save? Interesting. Feels like a place to insert the Soul Reaver. But not the regular Soul Reaver.
I had only just escaped the stronghold. I sensed that in time my journey would return me full circle to this place. Infiltrating the fortress, however, would be no small feat. The balcony that had provided my escape was now well beyond my reach, leaving this massive gateway as the only means of entry. The gates were sealed, but like the time-streaming chamber I had seen earlier, their operation was undoubtedly linked to that odd crystal mounted above the entrance.
Interesting.
Seize him! Die, fiend!
Okay. Decapitation.
Prepare to die.
Second decapitation. And the music suddenly picked up. Oh, he has a gun, what the hell? One down. Now for his friends. Okay, two down. And here comes the third one. And a fourth one. Damn it, this sword is very annoying to use. Since when I'm moving it tries and do a piercing attack and not a slashing one. I need another weapon. How can I get rid of this? How do I throw this? Throw weapons. Oh, I can block. I forgot about that. Yeah, how do I drop weapons? Now let's check the map. I assume, am I the red dot or is that my objective? No, I should be the red dot in that glowing area should be the objective, right? Southern Lake, the streaming device, the pillars. No, the red is my objective and I'm in this area. All right. How do I get rid of this sword? Action, heavy attack, devour soul, jump, look around, crouch. No, I messed this up, didn't I? Yeah, mouse and keyboard. Forward, back, left, right, ring menu, block, crouch. Auto face aim, maybe? Release heavy attack to throw. Okay, go away. I don't like the swords. Let's get this one instead.